And welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. A special day, as always, when we get to sit down with the head football coach of the South Range Raiders, Dan Yeagley, for Coach's Corner here on YSN, presented by Joe Dickey Electric. And as always, we turn it right over to the head football coach whose team doesn't turn it over that much. And, Coach, another week, another victory against a very good opponent last week. Now you turn your attention to Garaway this week. Talk to me about what this week has been like for you, just from a standpoint of preparation, because no more home games. We talked about that last week. You're on the road. Technically, I mean, it's the most even matchup, I think, from a travel perspective. 44 minutes on a bus from station to station for both teams. When you think about that, you're technically prepping for an away game, but you kind of feel like the home team because you're the higher seed, correct?
Right, and you know what? It's the state did a great job finding a place right in the middle, and thanks to Louisville for wanting to host the game, because a lot of teams just don't want to host games, so that's why there's a lot of travel, and it is fun. It's time to get back on the road and neutral sites and get after a little bit. Crestwood last week, very good team. 7th seed, played well. We played very well. I mean, that's the difference. We just played really good football last week. Our defense played super. Our offense played well. We were clicking on all cylinders, and we were able to give the kids a little bit of a break come the second half, thank goodness, and get some people healed up and ready to go for this week. Garaway, very, very good team, very well coached. Great defense, great offense, and I'm looking forward to playing them. We've never matched up with them before. I know they've been in the regional semis probably 3 or 4 years in a row here, and like I said, a great team. But it's fun going against new opponents, fun going against good programs, and this is a very, very good program from a very good league.
So I have to ask you, because my broadcast partner, Chris Sigler, just texted me this question 3 times. He said, when you talk to Dan, I need you to ask this question. So this is coming from him, so take it out on him. When's the last time you've been up by that many scores and got that heated from the sideline as you did last game? I know there was a little bit of controversy with some of the the snap counts and some of the things of that nature. When's the last time you were that fired up, and does that kind of speak to how you feel about this team is kind of leading from the front when your boys feel like they're getting a bad rap a little bit?
You know what? It's if it was our older kids, I might have let it slide.
Yeah.
Here's these young kids playing in the second half and, going against their varsity team. And it was, I told you, tell the officials before and, tell them that, we go on a clap. And if they clap, that's they're not allowed to do that because that's simulating our count. And we can't be penalized for that. And, they clapped and, their middle linebacker clapped and we jumped off sides and, and I just went out and told the officials, hey, we talked about this, that's not a penalty on us. It's a penalty on them. And then they said, well, we'll warn them. Well, then I got a little mad and I shouldn't, but I'm going to fight for those young kids. Those young guys put in a lot of time and don't get very much playing time on Friday nights or Saturday nights now. And they don't get that chance. And all of a sudden they get a chance. And I felt like they were, getting penalized for something that they didn't do, something that was against the rules. I'm going to fight for them because I'm passionate for those young guys because that's our team's. The program is made up of a group of guys that are fighting together. And guess what? They play week in and week out against our varsity and pound against us and get pounded on week in and week out. And this is their time to play and their time to shine. And I want the very best for them. And I just felt like it wasn't the very best. So, yeah, I was a little heated. Probably shouldn't have been that heated, but I've had these officials before and I know them and they're good. They're good men and good people. And like I said, I'm going to fight for those young kids, especially because I'm going to fight for the old kids too. But when those guys get a chance to play and they're playing against juniors and seniors from the other team, I'm going to fight for them a little bit. And I wanted to show them that I care about them too, just as much as I do everybody on the team. It's a program. It's and I care for them, and so I'm going to fight. I'm going to fight for them.
We loved it. We loved it in the booth. I was inspired. I mean, that's a side of you I don't get to see very often, from our side. And it fired me up. I'm not going to lie. I mean, I thought the same thing. I mean, you're fighting for your younger kids, and they fought for you because not too long after that, I don't want to say your reserves, your younger Raiders put a touchdown on the board. I mean, it was a beautiful pass, and a couple of the youngers with Toy and Crumbacher come connect for a touchdown at the end of that game. Pretty impressive what you got going on.
Yeah, it was fun watching them play, and I know their coach wasn't too happy at the end. It was freshmen and sophomores against their varsity team was still basically out there with a couple subs, and it was 3rd and long, and we're gonna do what we do, and I'm not gonna back them down. I'm gonna let them play, and they deserve to play. I mean, they deserve to have that last home game feeling too, and we're building for next year too. We're playing for this year, and obviously, and the seniors are important, but even then, they know. We're building for years to come and years to come. So it was good that we went down and scored. Those young kids deserve it, and it was a beautiful pass and a beautiful catch, and it was a great play. So I'm happy for them. I really am, and like I said, I'm going to fight for those guys tooth and nail, just like the varsity kids.
As you should. And speaking of those varsity kids and the kids that are fighting for championships this year, got a pretty big game against Garaway tonight, Coach. And when you look at it, this is, as some will say, your biggest test to this point. I would argue that you've played some pretty tough teams, not to take anything away from Garaway, with all due respect. But when you look at it, there's the most on the line, most certainly, tonight with a trip to the regional finals next week. How are we stacking up against this Garaway team?
We stack up pretty well. Our skill kids and their skilled kids are pretty even, and their O-line and D-line are big kids, like us, and they're pretty good also. And so it's an even match. I was talking to a radio station down there this week, and he brought it up, and it's sort of true. He says it's almost like we're playing ourselves. Two very similar teams, both 12-0, both been in this situation before, and just not against each other. And it's fun. Their quarterback, Yoder, does a great job running and throwing, and makes things happen with his legs. And he's going to be somebody that we're going to have to be careful of, and some of the things he does. And the running back Miller does a great job handling getting the ball and finding seams. And like I said, their offensive line. The Wallach boy, the coach's son, who plays guard for him and defensive end, pretty good. I mean, very good. I think he was player of the year in their league, and runs well and blocks well and makes things happen. A good leader on the field, and their defense is, like I said, very good. They didn't give up many points all year, and got a lot of turnovers. Number 5, Roden, he has like 11 interceptions this year, which is phenomenal. And, but they've been up, and people have been throwing on him, and, he's in the right place at the right time, and use his athleticism to come down with the ball. So it's going to be a great matchup. I'm looking forward to it. Our kids are ready. We had a great practice yesterday. It's always good to have that good practice on a day before a game, and looked sharp and actually, and did some nice things offensively and defensively, and even our special teams look good. So it's a pretty even matchup. I'm looking forward to it, and it's going to be a tough challenge. You said you don't know if it's the best team we played. I don't know if it is or not either, but there's more on the line, because if you don't do well this week, you're turning in equipment. So we got to play our very best, and like you said, a little bit more pressure, but you have pressure because people think that you can do it, and people have high expectations of you. So it's good. I know they're going to respond well, and we're going to come out and play South Range Raider football, and we're going to get after it for 48 minutes. And hopefully at the end of the night, the scoreboard puts us ahead, and we're on to the next week. But it's going to be a battle. Looking forward to it.
It's going to be a beautiful scoreboard, by the way. Louisville has an unbelievable scoreboard, so I hear. So I'm excited to see this thing in person.
Yeah, we've been there twice. It's a pretty nice place, and I'm looking forward to it. They treated us well both times we were there, so Looking forward to it.
The home of hospitality. I've been on that ride. It's been a beautiful, and they're a YSN school, so it's nice for us to have
awesome.
our own little booth. It's kind of home away from home at South Range for us. So preparation. I know you're big on preparation. Your staff huge on preparation. You guys, preach it to the boys all the time. It's different when you're on the road than when you're at home. Talk to me about the difference of, and obviously at this point you're used to playing on Saturdays because you've been doing it for 3 weeks now. But what's the preparation like, and how is it different from playing at Raider Stadium to going to Louisville and being the home team on the road?
Well, like last week, somebody forgot their mouthpiece. Well, you just ride over and get it out of the locker room, or forget your shoes. Well, you go over and get them. But now you got to make sure everything's packed away. And there's a little bit more, you got to put everything on the bus. You got to make sure everything's there. You got to make sure that, we don't forget anything. I have a travel bag that has enough equipment in it to suit 2 people just in case something happens, and shoulder pads, helmets, whatever. And, it's just raises the anxiety levels a little bit just because of, you're not at home. You're a little bit of unfamiliarity. Oh my goodness. Good thing I was a math teacher. There's a lot of differences there and a lot of unknowns because our kids came and watched the game when we played there last, but they weren't playing then. And so we're looking forward to it. I mean, we travel well. Our fans will be there. I know the ones that can't be there are going to be watching on YSN, obviously, and following us through you guys. Thank you so much for being able to do that and doing that for us. And, there's just, like I said, there's some, just getting on a bus and traveling for 45 minutes, 50 minutes and getting there, just raises the anxiety levels of the kids a little bit, but we'll be all right. I mean, we're looking forward to it. We travel well, and we've had some travel games already, and luckily we were able to come out on top on all those. So we're taking it in stride and getting ready to play tonight and load the bus and travel there and get after it. You can't wait.
Coach, this is one of my favorite times of the year for so many different reasons. The food gets better, the football gets better. And it's that time of year where the bandwagoners start hopping off of, because their seasons come to an end and you're usually in the focus or in the thick of things at this time of year. What is that like to see other communities start kind of waving the burgundy and gold a little bit from their homes and from their schools? And, as you're some of the last teams remaining in this area, teams really and communities really start to support you. What does it mean to have that new fandom from different communities at this time each year?
I think it's exciting. I know we're the same way. I mean, we were rooting for West Branch and Ursuline and Canfield last night, obviously, and we're going to root for Springfield tonight. And people love football in this area. I mean, they really do. It's almost like as one person told me this week, it's almost like a religion in Northeastern Ohio, and Friday nights and Saturday night football. And people we're representing South Range. I mean, we're representing the South Range community and the people who played before and the people that are going to play later on after us, long after us. And but we're also representing the league, the NE8. We're here fighting for them too, to show them how good this league really is. And we had 4 teams in, and we're representing the league, and we're also representing the Mahoning Valley. The Mahoning Valley is has a great tradition of great football, and we're representing them also, and Northeastern Ohio, because Northeastern Ohio plays awesome football. And it's nice hearing from other people, and nice hearing from good lucks from a lot of different people, and it is fun. But that's what football is in this area. I mean, football is we're going to support each other, especially when we're playing somebody from out of town, and hopefully they keep on going so we can support Northeastern Ohio and the Mahoning Valley and the NE8 and South Range and everybody. So it's fun. I enjoy it, and I enjoy it's fun knowing that football is still alive in this area. The football still are passionate about. People in this area are still passionate about football and love the game, no matter who's playing.
Coach, one of our first years, actually, I think it was our first year. I came to a practice on Thanksgiving Day, I believe, Thanksgiving morning, and you said this is one of the best practices you'll ever have. In speaking to your then, I think the 2017 group, and they didn't really understand. You know what I mean? I think they got the concept. The seniors got the concept, but when you're freshmen, sophomores, and juniors, you feel like you're going to do that every single year. Do you feel like this group understands where they're at right now and how special this team is and how far they've come? And I know there's still a long way to go, but when you guys do package it up game by game, do you think these guys comprehend that this is a very special moment and opportunity for them here tonight?
I think they do. I mean, especially the seniors, they know, and the underclassmen follow along with the senior leadership, and it is special. I mean, when we were practicing on Thanksgiving Day, I mean, there's not many teams practicing on Thanksgiving Day, and it's always special, and that's always been a goal, is to be practicing on Thanksgiving Day, and we've done it a few times, thank goodness. And it's something that it's just another goal. I mean, we talk about goals and expectations and everything else all the time. And like I said, we don't overemphasize goals, but we have goals, and everybody has their own. I have mine, and I know the kids have theirs. And we don't, like I said, it's not a public thing. It's just something that, each one of us have our goals and what we're trying to accomplish. And this is another game. This is one of our goals, is to win this game and to get into the regional finals. And we know that we have to play well. And whenever, here it is, week 13. It's amazing, and it's fun, and we're looking forward to it. And hopefully, like I said, we can come out on top, and we can get into that regional final game and play whoever.
And naturally, I mean, every senior at this point at least has it in the back of their mind that this could be the last time I lace up the boots, the last time I put these pads on, the last time I put my helmet on. Have you had any of those conversations, privately? Obviously, you don't have to go into what you've said, if you've said them. Have you had any of those private conversations with your seniors and told them what it means to go one more round and to continue to fight and fight and fight?
We talk about it, but not individually. And I'm going to talk about that a little bit tonight before the game. And it just, those are things that you hope you never have to talk about. But very few teams, almost everybody has. Almost everybody ends with a loss, except for 7 teams. So you get to this point. So we'll talk about it a little bit, but that's not our point of emphasis. Our point of emphasis is the guy next to us right now, and how important they are, and how important that we're going to be playing for each other, and we're going to do our very best. Win or lose, we're gonna fight for each other, and we're gonna go down fighting and play South Range Raider football, and we're gonna get after it and have fun while we do it. And hopefully, like I said, we come out on top and get to play another day. And if not, we're gonna give each other big hugs and talk a little bit more about how awesome of a season it was, because it's been an awesome season. But we're not ready for it to end. We want to keep on going, and like I said, we got a big challenge ahead of us tonight, obviously, and with a great Garaway team and that's well coached, and we're gonna fight. We're gonna fight to the very end and make things happen, and like I said, hopefully come out on top.
Coach, last question I have to ask. I think I know the answer, but from a journalistic integrity, I have to ask this question: are you gonna have somebody with an eye on the Garrettsville and Kirtland game at all?
Well, you are. So I don't have to. So
well,
yeah, I don't have to. You're going to have it. I mean, you're probably going to have somebody there, I assume.
We do.
Yeah, I know. So therefore, I don't even have to worry about it. That game's irrelevant to us right now, because we know that we have an ace in our pocket right there with you, and we're not going to have no problems at all. So we'll figure that out at the end. We'll just yell up at you, or our coaches will go and pass the box. We'll find out the score, but I know somebody will. I mean, they always do, and that's part of the fun. It's part of the fun seeing how everybody else is doing, and we'll even have an eye on Springfield, because we care about them too, and hopefully they beat Columbia Station and do a great job there and represent the Mahoning Valley. Fortunately and unfortunately, we have 2 Mahoning Valley teams playing each other next week. Because one of them will get out, but the other one will lose. But at least we'll get one into the state semis, which is awesome, and that's another great thing for the Mahoning Valley. Great news, for sure.
Could be a huge week for us at YSN. I mean, we have West Branch and Ursuline playing each other on Friday. If Kirtland somehow is defeated, obviously they have that huge, the longest win streak in the country. If Garrettsville steps up and you guys, that's another YSN matchup there. Then if Springfield and LeBray, that's another YSN. I mean, it could be a really good week, but we're just rooting for everybody in the Valley right now.
Oh, for sure. And I keep on forgetting about LeBray, because they've had a wonderful season and doing a great job, and happy for them too. And it's fun, and it's amazing the teams that you're reeling in, and the program that what you're doing, and supporting these great schools and the great athletes, and hats off to you, because that's even more awesome that your affiliation is still going and will still keep on going. I'm happy for you. Very happy.
The original four horsemen sitting right there talking to you right now. One way or the other, Coach, I'll be down with the scores and a big hug after the game. Good luck.
Looking forward to it.
We can't wait to broadcast at 7 o'clock right here on YSN. And if you're watching this at halftime, well, halftime is about to end right here. So thank you so much, Coach. Appreciate all you do, and good luck tonight.
Thank you so much. And again, thank you so much for YSN and you, DJ, for supporting the area and high school football and these athletes. It's so awesome. And, love what you do. Love you and love what you do, because I tell you what, it's a great thing. In Northeastern Ohio, we're still playing football, and snow's flying this morning, and we're still playing, and looking forward to it. So thank you again. I'm looking forward to seeing you tonight.